It is estimated that 80% of elderly people are unaware that their legs begin to rapidly decrease around the age of 60. As we progress through this video, we will disclose the 6 most effective morning routines for preventing the loss of leg muscle, graded from least effective to most successful. Every piece of advice is supported by actual scientific research, and each reference is referenced below. Make sure to let us know in the comments section where you are watching from before we get started. As for the time that you typically get out of bed, what is it? Our team is currently reading and responding to each and every remark. Now, without further ado, let's begin with habit number 6, and it's possible that this particular habit is the reason why your legs continue to feel stiffer every morning. This is the 6th. Within the first 10 minutes after waking up, consume 15 to 20 ounces of water. This one simple behavior may be the most neglected cause of leg weakness in senior citizens, despite the fact that it may sound like a banal statement. After the age of 60, your body will naturally lose more water when you sleep than you might expect. Every time you take a breath, you exhale moisture, fluids are lost through your skin, and your kidneys continue to filter waste even while you are sleeping. You are already in a condition of moderate dehydration by the time you wake up, and this has an effect on everything from the flow of blood to the activation of muscle fibers. Because the majority of elderly people do not experience thirst in the morning, they do not drink water and instead drink coffee. On the other hand, this error can be gradually weakening their legs on a daily regular basis. This is the physiology of each. The thickness of your blood increases when you are dehydrated. Because of this, your heart has to work harder to pump oxygen and nutrients to your muscles, particularly your lower limbs, which are the muscles that are the furthest away from each other. Additionally, the circulation through the microscopic capillaries in your calves and quadriceps, which are important for the regeneration of muscle tissue, is slowed down when your blood is thick. If you do not have the appropriate delivery system, your muscles will begin to break down significantly faster than they can recover. Even a 2% dehydration was found to have a negative impact on lower body strength, response speed, and walking endurance in older persons, according to a study that was conducted in 2021. This occurs in a stealthy manner. Over time, it will eventually lead to chronic leg weakness, instability, and eventual loss of function. You won't feel it in a single day, but it will pile up over time. Furthermore, let's discuss mitochondria, which are the power plants that are located within your muscle cells. In order to properly transform food into useful energy, they require water. Your mitochondrial output will slow down, and your muscles will literally lose their capacity to contract with power when you are dehydrated. That is the reason why some elderly people experience a shaky sensation when they get out of bed, or detect a tightness in their thighs after simply standing up. Not only is it about age, morning muscular dehydration is the problem. Your system will be flooded with water, blood volume will be restored, and circulation to the legs will be jump-started if you drink 15 to 20 ounces of water within the first 10 minutes of starting your day. Also, it helps flush out waste accumulation that occurs during the night, such as uric acid and lactic acid, which can cause muscles and joints to become stiff and painful. It is best to drink water at room temperature. It absorbs more quickly and does not shock the system in the same way as chilled water does. Add a little bit of unrefined sea salt or a squeeze of lemon if you want to increase the amount of minerals and absorption that you get. This routine is not only quick and easy, but it is also quite effective. However, the majority of people do not do it, and each month they wonder why their legs feel weaker. Commence right away. There is no justification. Try to rehydrate your muscles before you start to lose them. This is the 5th. Perform leg pulses while seated for a period of 60 seconds before standing up. The majority of elderly people do not prepare their muscles before going from lying down to standing, although the transition from rest to movement is one of the most perilous periods for your legs after the age of 60. It is much more likely that you will experience stiffness, dizziness, or even lose your balance if your blood flow is slow and your muscles are cold. Additionally, every step that you take that is not steady increases the danger of falling without you even realizing it. Just 60 seconds of low-intensity muscular activation before standing was found to enhance lower body stability by more than 22% in persons over the age of 65, according to a study that was published in the Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy in the year 2020. That's a huge amount. It is only a minute long, by the way. How does it operate exactly? It is common for your circulation to be sluggish when you first wake up, particularly in the lower limbs. In the course of the night, blood collects in the legs, and the muscles have not been contracting for several hours. As soon as you make an effort to stand, your heart must overcome the force of gravity in order to force oxygen and nutrients downward. Nevertheless, if the muscles in your legs have not yet awakened, the procedure will be slowed down. What is the end result? A delayed reaction time, weak steps, and stiff joints are all symptoms. To make matters even worse, muscles that are not used enough start to lose motor neurons, and once this loss has begun, it is nearly impossible to recover from it. To reawaken such latent fibers, leg pulses are performed. One leg should be extended straight out in front of you while you are sitting on the edge of your bed. The leg should be lifted and lowered in brief, fast pulses, no more than 2 to 3 inches, for approximately 30 seconds on each side. Concentrate on moving in a controlled manner from your thigh rather than your ankle. In this way, your quadriceps, hips, and other stabilizing muscles are activated without putting load on your joints. Warmth, tingling, and perhaps a slight sense of tiredness will wash over you. That's a positive thing. This indicates that circulation is back to normal, and that your nervous system is re-establishing a complete connection with your lower body. And here is the advantage that the majority of people overlook. When you do this on a daily basis, you are sending a message to your brain that your legs are still being used and are required. Your reflexes will remain sharp, and your gait will remain steady if you do this because it helps retain neuromuscular coordination. After only a few weeks of doing this as part of their morning routine, senior citizens frequently report experiencing fewer falls, easier stair climbing, and improved posture. It is not a workout at all. On a daily basis, it serves as a signal and a reminder to your body that the legs hold significance. Do more than just stand up if you want to be able to maintain your balance for many years to come. Be active and then get up. The only thing that is required to prevent strength from ebbing away is 60 seconds. This is the fourth. Within the first hour of waking up, consume between 20 and 30 grams of protein. You are putting your legs in a position to fail if you are over the age of 60, and you begin your day with the consumption of toast, cereal, or even just coffee. The morning is the time of day when your body is in a catabolic state, which means that it is breaking down tissue rather than strengthening it. Additionally, the initial nourishment that you provide it with either halts or speeds up the process of muscle breakdown. According to the findings of a significant study that was published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, older citizens who ingested at least 25 grams of protein within 1 hour of waking up were able to preserve twice as much leg muscle over the course of a year as those who waited until later in the working day. The time is the most important factor in determining the magnitude of this disparity. A phenomenon known as anabolic resistance occurs when your body becomes more resistant to the process of growing muscle after the age of 60. Consuming protein at random intervals throughout the day is not going to produce the desired results. When you get up in the morning, your muscles require a powerful early signal in order to activate repair mode. This signal must be received first thing in the morning. Without it, your legs will remain in a state of breakdown throughout the entire day. You experience a decline in strength, a loss of balance, and eventually another loss of mobility. This is the most terrifying aspect. You won't even be aware that it's happening until it's too late. If you want to avoid this, you should start eating high-quality, complete protein as soon as possible. This is not the same as eating a slice of toast with peanut butter or a fruit smoothie that contains 6 grams of protein. Eggs, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, a scoop of whey isolate, or even a tiny piece of salmon or chicken are all examples of suitable foods to include in your diet. If you consume less than 20 to 30 grams of protein, your body will prioritize burning it for energy rather than building with it. In order to properly activate muscle protein synthesis, you need to consume between 20 and 30 grams of protein. This one routine not only nourishes your muscles, but it also safeguards your brain, provides fuel for your metabolism, and maintains a steady level of blood sugar throughout the morning. When seniors consume protein first thing in the morning on a regular basis, they frequently report experiencing fewer energy dumps, improved appetite management, and much stronger legs within a few of weeks. It is imperative that you consume protein first thing in the morning if you are serious about preventing muscle loss. You should make it a priority because every opportunity that is lost contributes to the slide. those legs of yours are ready to be rebuilt. Deliver what they require in a timely manner and in the appropriate quantity. However, before we proceed, if you have been enjoying the video up to this point, please click the like button. Additionally, be sure to subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon so that you do not miss any additional movies similar to this one. Third and all, for a period of 5 to 10 minutes, expose your legs to the natural sunshine. This one behavior can have a significant impact on how your leg muscles work after the age of 60, even if it may appear to be too basic to be significant. It is necessary for your body to get a physiologic wake-up signal each morning. Additionally, sunshine is the signal that your muscles receive. Just 5 to 10 minutes of sun exposure in the early morning on your skin, particularly on your legs, can help regulate hormones, increase the production of vitamin D, and improve calcium absorption. All of these things are essential for maintaining bone density, strength, and stability. According to the findings of a study that was published in the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity in 2022, older persons who were exposed to sunshine on a daily basis had dramatically increased lower body strength and decreased their chance of falling by 31%. The vast majority of individuals are unaware of this fact. Not only is vitamin D beneficial for bones, this is especially true in your quadriceps, hamstrings, and calves, where it plays a direct role in the contraction of your muscles. Your muscles grow weaker, slower to fire, and more prone to injury when you are deficient. And your chances of becoming deficient are higher if you are over the age of 60. Additionally, a lack of vitamin D has been related to increased levels of chronic inflammation, poor coordination, and even nerve damage in the lower limbs on some occasions. It's possible that you're suffering from a lack of sunlight if you feel like your legs are heavy or shaky. In addition, exposure to sunlight in the morning resets your circadian rhythm, which in turn assists your body in producing cortisol at the optimal moment, which is early in the day, when you require strength, energy, and blood flow. It is common for elderly people who do not get morning light to complain about having trouble sleeping, a slowed metabolism, and brain fog, but they rarely attribute these symptoms to their legs. This is the most important part of the debate. Even if you consume a sufficient amount of protein, if you do not get enough sunlight exposure, you may not be able to get the benefits of vitamin D since it helps your muscles absorb amino acids. To get the most out of this routine, you should go outside within the first 30 minutes of waking up. To show skin, particularly on the thighs or calves, you should either wear shorts or lift your pant legs. During the first few minutes, there is no need to apply sunscreen. There are advantages to be gained even on cloudy days. Also, if you are confined to your home, open a window. Glass does not allow light to pass through it, but the presence of open air does make a difference. This has nothing to do with tanning. It is about activating the systems that your muscles require in order to maintain their strength. On a daily basis, your legs require the switch to be turned in order for your body to function properly. Try not to miss it, not the second. Carry out chair-assisted squats or deep squat holds for a duration of 3 minutes. If you don't use your legs first thing in the morning, you're definitely going to lose them. Once you reach the age of 60, your body will begin to lose muscle, particularly from your thighs and glutes, unless you provide it with a reason to stop doing so. With deep squat holds or basic chair-assisted squats, you can provide the most potent signal, mechanical stress, and the quickest way to create that tension at home without using weights. According to the findings of a study that was published in the year 2021 in the journal Frontiers in Physiology, older citizens who engage in squatting movements on a daily basis have much greater leg strength, balance, and bone density than those who walk alone, even in the absence of structured workouts. This is why it is of such great importance. You will find that your legs are still sleepy when you wake up. Sedentary behavior causes a decrease in blood flow, stiffness in the joints, and the longer you remain sedentary, the more muscle fibers remain inactive. But squatting works all of the muscles at the same time. Your hamstrings, quadriceps, calves, and glutes, as well as your core muscles. The signal that it gives to your brain is really loud. It is still necessary to have these muscles. In the absence of that signal, your body will move toward catabolism, which will result in the breakdown of muscle for energy and will leave you feeling weaker each week. And this is especially true for type 2 muscle fibers, which are the ones responsible for strength and stability, and which begin to disappear earliest beyond the age of 60, unless they are trained directly. Stand in front of a chair or bed. Slowly lower yourself into a squat as deep as you can safely go, and then hold the position for 10 to 20 seconds. This is the correct way to perform the exercise. Repeat 3 to 5 times, but progressively increase the length of your holds or the depth of your squats. When necessary, use the railing or the countertop to maintain your equilibrium. There is also the option of sitting halfway into a chair and hovering slightly over the seat while maintaining tension in your legs before starting to stand again. Not having excellent form is not required. All that is required is activation. A workout is not what this is. If you want a reverse leg decrease, this is a morning signal. By performing it on a daily basis, you can enhance circulation, stimulate your neurological system, and strengthen the muscles that are responsible for preventing falls. In addition to this, it promotes bone-building chemicals such as IGF-1 and testosterone, both of which, in the absence of physical stress, begin to decrease around the age of 60. It is 3 minutes, not a gym, there is no apparatus. As for the impact on your legs, however, very large. You should begin here if you want to avoid using a wheelchair for the rest of your life. Is the first. On a solid and secure surface, walk barefoot for a period of 5 minutes. You might find this to be weird, but if you want to maintain the strength of your legs after the age of 60, you should begin by removing your shoes. The majority of elderly people spend their entire day wearing footwear that is soft and padded, which does not only cause their feet to go numb, but also weakens their lower legs and disconnects the brain from the muscles that control balance and coordination. According to the findings of a study that was published in the Journal of Aging Research in 2022, older persons who engaged in barefoot walking or grounding for just 5 minutes every morning saw improvements in ankle stability, calf activation, and balance control that were greater than 30% within a period of 4 weeks. Why does it work? Here's why. The soles of your feet are densely packed with sensory nerves that transmit information to your brain in real time about the position, pressure, and motion of your feet. The act of walking barefoot, particularly on a surface that is firm and clean, such as hardwood or tile, reactivates those neurons, which in turn immediately stimulates your calves, glutes, and hips. Due to this stimulus, your equilibrium system will be retrained. If you do not have it, your body will begin to inhibit the muscles that are responsible for preventing falls. Shoes, particularly those that are soft or orthopedic, will protect, but they will also weaken. It is the work that your legs were designed to do that they do. This, in turn, causes the foot muscles to become lax, the ankles to become less mobile, and the stride to become sluggish and shuffling, which significantly increases the risk of falling. Because of this, a lot of elderly people start tripping, dragging their feet, or feeling off balance without having any idea why they are doing these things. Not only is it about age, disconnection is the case. The solution is not complicated. Just 5 minutes of your time every morning should be spent strolling around barefoot in a secure area of your home. Slowly roll through your steps, moving from your heel to your toe. Take note of how the ground feels to you. Holding a wall for support is a good idea if you are shaky. The issue is not one of speed. Reconnecting your head and legs is the goal of this exercise. Even after the very first time, you will get a sense of being more grounded, more steady, and more alive. This practice also helps correct posture by redistributing weight in a more balanced manner, which improves joint alignment, lowers swelling in the lower legs, and reduces pressure on the joints. This is beneficial for more than just your muscles. You absolutely need it for your circulatory system, your nervous system, and your mobility over the long run. Put an end to patting your feet into silence if you want to improve your balance, strengthen your legs, and reduce the likelihood of falling. Let them get a feel for the floor. They will wake up with your entire lower body from the ground up. A guide to incorporating each of the 6 habits into your morning routine. Take it one step at a time. The first thing you should do before going to sleep is to put a glass of water next to your bed. As soon as you open your eyes, consume 15 to 20 ounces of water at room temperature within the first 10 minutes of your awakening. The rehydration of your muscles, the improvement of circulation, and the reduction of morning stiffness are all benefits that result from this. Don't hold out. The first signal that your body needs to receive in order to restore blood flow to your legs is this one. While you are still seated at the edge of your bed, perform a set of slow seated leg pulses for a duration of 60 seconds. One leg should be extended, lifted slightly, and a gentle pulse should be sent from the thigh. At the end of 30 seconds, switch legs. The activation of your quadriceps, the awakening of latent nerve pathways, and the quick activation of your legs before you stand all contribute to an immediate reduction in the danger of falling. Immediately after you wake up, get straight to the kitchen to prepare a breakfast that is strong in protein. The first hour after waking up should be spent consuming between 25 and 30 grams of protein. This early intake, whether it be eggs, Greek yogurt, or a quick whey shake, instructs your body to stop breaking down muscle and start rebuilding strength, particularly in the legs. This is especially important for those who are trying to lose weight. For at least 5 to 10 minutes, you should expose your meal to natural sunshine by going outside or standing next to a window while it is cooking or settling. Your arms and legs should be exposed to the light if at all possible. Vitamin D, which is necessary for the contraction of muscles, maintaining balance, and absorbing calcium, is increased as a result of this. Your internal clock will be reset, and your energy levels will improve throughout the day as a secondary benefit. Immediately remove your footwear and walk barefoot on a place that is both clean and hard for approximately 5 minutes. This might be in the kitchen, the living room, or the hallway of your home. You may strengthen your feet, ankles, and calves by walking barefoot, and you can also reactivate the nerves that govern your balance and posture. Your brain is reconnected to your lower body, which is something that padded shoes prevent from happening. To conclude your routine, complete a squat circuit that lasts for 3 minutes. If you require support, you can use a chair that is solid. Holds of deep squats or hovering over the seat in a half squat position should be performed, and each hold should be held for 20 seconds. The core muscular areas that prevent you from falling are strengthened as a result of this exercise, including your glutes, hips, and thighs. Without the need for a gym, a trainer, or any other equipment, you may hydrate, activate, fuel, and strengthen your legs in just 15 to 20 minutes. Repeating this technique first thing in the morning will allow you to reverse the deterioration of your legs, improve your balance, and rebuild your strength much more quickly than any supplement could ever claim. The use of a walker is not the beginning of leg muscle loss. The process begins with little, unnoticeable adjustments, such as taking slower steps, shaking your knees, and taking more time to get out of a chair. In addition, by the time you become aware of it, you may have already lost up to 20% of your leg strength. However, that does not have to be the case forever. Every single routine that you begin for the first time tomorrow morning, from drinking water to walking around barefoot, will send a signal to your body. It is not yet over with us. It is not necessary for you to have a gym membership, a personal trainer, or a complicated strategy. Action on a daily basis, modest actions, small triggers, and morning enthusiasm are all necessary. Mainly due to the fact that the activities you engage in within the first 30 minutes of waking up either help you regain your strength or continue to destroy it. In the comments section, please let us know which of these 6 routines you intend to begin the following morning before you leave. Every single one of them is read and we respond to it. And if you found this to be helpful, please click the subscribe button. After the age of 60, you will be able to continue to move, think, and thrive with new videos every week. Keep those legs in good shape, shall we? In the event that you have any inquiries or would like to share your personal experiences, please do not hesitate to leave a comment below. We appreciate you watching.